Hey, it's Samantha with Aesthetically Cannabis, and today we have BigHomie.
What it do?
So what got you into the music industry?
Really, it was more just like something I wanted to do. Just like as a kid, I was watching a lot of like MTV, BET, and stuff like that. Growing up around music a lot, so it was kind of always there. Other than that, it was really just finding a way to express myself in other ways. I like drawing and stuff like that, but I was never really good until I got older. But music was always something I liked to do.
Good. And are you from the south side of OKC?
Yeah, South Side. I've always been on the South Side. I moved to Texas when I was 2, but it was only for like a year. I don't really remember. But so I really just claim that I've been here forever.
Gotcha. So what was the first song you released?
I think the first song I did was for my pops, and it was a long time ago. It's not even up anymore. I have it to where only I can hear it. 'Cause, I mean, at that time I was doing everything by myself, just off my phone, so the quality of it isn't good. So anything that I have out right now is just because I like the quality and everything's.
Yeah, I see that a lot of your videos are actual music videos.
Yeah.
That's good. That you're like keeping it very professional.
Yeah, I like to keep it more quality than anything because there's a lot of people out here doing music, but it's not quality. And some of them will hit me up like, hey, can you check my stuff out, this, and that? But like, yeah, I'll listen to it. And I'm just honest with them because I don't. If it was me, I would rather have somebody tell me the truth, like, oh, you could do this, or, oh, this sounds off, or whatever, rather than be like, oh, no, that's cool. And then you put it out, and everybody's just like, bro, this is not what it should be. You can do better.
Yeah, have you collabed with other Oklahoma rappers?
Yeah, I have. So this guy named Monty, he's from Money Wave Empire. They're a label too. They're actually who I'm doing the shows with, like in state and out of state and everything. I've done a collab with him. It's not out. I don't know if you're familiar with Hector and Negro from CAC, Crazy As Carnales. They're from here, but they're out of state now. But we do some music together. I've done some. I got a track with No Love that I'm working on right now. My homeboy Gas Local, he's part of my label. My little brother Juice. I've done a few different collabs. It's just some of the things ain't out. Some of them are just kept right now because we're working on a project.
And when you say it's your label, are you just under it, or do you have like full control and ownership of it?
It's mine. Right now I'm working on getting my whole licensing, getting everything like set in stone and paper. But it's something that I made and I'm trying to build up on my own.
So are you wanting to help other artists, or you just want to have like that ownership?
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm always down to help other artists and just push them to do the best that they can. Because I've always, like, I said, I've had people hit me up and be like, help me out, listen to this. And I'll always do it. It don't matter who you are. The only thing is, like, if I feel like you're shady or anything after that, like, we ain't going to be cool. I'll give you the information. I'll lead you in the right way. I'll give you opinions, whatever. But if you're going to do something to make it to where we ain't cool, then we ain't cool. Other than that, I'm always open to helping anybody out.
Yeah. So you mentioned earlier that you, I guess, you used to draw. And besides music, do you do anything else like artistically currently? Or want to venture off to something else besides, music?
Currently, outside of music, no. Inside of music, yeah. I'm actually in school for audio production, but inside of that, they're teaching us how to do other things like playing the keyboard and creating beats and stuff. So I'm trying to loop around and figure all that out. And if I have to, I'll go back to school for all that again. But right now, it's just audio production.
So do you want to just produce or make actual instrumentals?
I want to do everything. So the point of my label, I want to be able to do videos, beats, video beats, all the engineering, everything. I want to do everything and have everybody inside of it know it as well. That way they can make their own money outside of it, not just me.
Have you done that in your own music right now?
No, not at the moment. I actually got a homeboy of mine that does my beats. He's from here. He goes by Des Vaughn, and his brother does my videos, Music Life, D Wright. He does my videos. Okay. So it's them two with the beats and the videos. And then as far as like recording and everything, right now I'm doing it at my house. But sometimes I'll like go to D Wright or Des Vaughn and we'll record over there.
And are you touring right now or anything like that?
Currently, yes. Like I said, I'm going around doing this state Texas and a few other states with Money Wave Empire. They actually put me onto a lot of stuff, so I appreciate them for doing it. But I am trying to, like anybody else, whoever you want to extend that invitation, I'm always open to do more shows. I just gotta book the days around what we got going on.
What is your next OKC concert?
The next one, I believe, is the 29th of next month. Let me check just to make sure, because we had some moving around. Actually, the next one is this month on the 25th, Summer Bling Jams, and it's at Pour Liquid Lounge.
Okay. Check that out. What's the last single you released?
The last one I've done, it's a song called Sliding, and it's featuring this dude named J3 the Shooter and Romero from Clica One.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
So I've been working on doing a few features with older artists that some people are familiar with, and if they're not familiar with, I'm trying to get them familiar with. But I extended out the invitation to him, and he was open to doing it. And I'm trying to get a Bad Boy from Clica One to do a feature with me too, and we're talking about it. So it's in the works. It's just a process.
How'd you approach that connection, or?
Really, it's just about being you. Like, you can't go in there and try and be like, oh, what's up, this and that. Try and act like you're somebody you're not. Just be authentic, be real with it. Come at them with all the information. Don't try and hide anything. You got to have the communication, and then just, approach it how you would approach anything that you're really trying to do. Yeah. So I just hit him up, told him what it is, asked him his pricing and everything. He felt like I was being real, so he hit me back up, told me his pricing. I told him, all right, I'm going to get it all together, figure it out, do the song, and then I'll send you everything you need.
So with that single, did you make a music video or just the song is released?
We haven't done a video. So Romero's obviously out here, and I'm out here, but J3 the Shooter's actually locked up. Okay. So he wouldn't be able to be in the video. Gotcha. And he's done some videos. And he's got his homeboys out there posted up and everything, but he's not in them. He just has his music playing, and they just do whatever they do. Yeah. But for me, I would like all the artists to be able to be there.
For sure. It's really good that you got that feature and everything. That's cool. Out of all those social medias, what do you feel is helping your music? Is it YouTube? Is it SoundCloud? Is it Facebook?
It really depends how you promote it, and especially the way that you can like run ads and everything and boost your posts. Mm-hmm. It really depends on that. So I feel like my Snapchat is really more personal. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people will see my day-to-day and then while I'm doing music. But my Facebook, I can go and promote it harder, and my Instagram, I can promote it harder. But I also do distribution with my music, so it goes out to all the platforms, not just YouTube and SoundCloud. I actually do Apple Music, Amazon Music, everything. So it's just for anybody, not just me. If you're using it how you should use it, promoting it how you should, putting your money into it how you should, it's going to go right for you no matter what.
Yeah. So are you creating actual music albums, or are you just releasing singles right now?
As of right now, I'm doing singles because I'm working on a project. I have released an album last year, and then I released a mixtape, I believe, the year before that. Okay. So I got those two out, but we're working on a lot more. We're doing a label. I'm doing a label album first, and then I'll do a conjoined album with Hector from CAC, and we'll do that one. Okay. And I got a few other ones I'm working on. I just got to get them all lined up right.
That's cool. Do you feel like touring is helping your music get heard more?
For sure. Yeah, for sure. Because I've gotten a lot of people extending invites to, do more shows or get features. And it helps a lot more whenever you do out of state, because they're not listening to people out of their state. And if they are, it's more mainstream rappers. Like, they're not going to go and look for anybody else other than the people they're hearing on the radio or just from their friends. You're going to hear it because you're going out there and doing the shows and everything like that. So it's definitely helped.
Yeah, unfortunately, people don't help their local, support their local artists or whatever. It's more hate than love.
That's something I've always said, too, to anybody, to engineers, producers, the homies, it's whatever. I tell them all the time, you're going to support yourself more than anybody else. And I feel like the reason Oklahoma don't have a lot of artists that are out big is because there's a lot of hate in the city. And a lot of people, they'll help you up until the point till you're doing better than them. After that, they're not going to show you love. They're not going to try and help you. So it's bad in the city. I don't like it, but that's why I'm doing everything I'm doing with Money Wave, because they're actually showing love and extending out that to other artists that they don't even know. They're like, all right, you want to come in, you pay that fee to do these shows, you can go out there and do whatever you do. But, it's up to you to actually socialize and, network with everybody else.
So does it feel like now that you're, like, I guess, being heard more, are you building a team to, like, spread your music out more with the networking?
Not really. For the most part, I do a lot of that. Other than that, it's really just like the distribution, the promoting, and everything that does that. I don't like relying on other people to do what I can do, especially if I know how I want it. And if I know they're not going to be able to do it how I want it, then it's just going to be not up to my quality. Yeah.
Well, if somebody would, like, want to intern for you, like, just to help you, like, assist on certain things, would you be open to that, or you're still kind of reserved on that?
Nah, yeah, for sure. The way that I really do business is I need to see your portfolio, see what you've done, see who you've helped out, what you've done for them, and I need to see the proof. I can't just hear you say, oh, I did this for them or I did that. You can ask them. You can pay somebody to tell the other person that you did it. I need to see the proof. You say you promote music and you get people on this, and that. Well, show me where you got them and show me how many streams they got. So, I'm always open to work with anybody if they want to do it. I just need to see what you can do.
Yeah, for sure. That's what's up. So you don't smoke, but you shot one of your videos in a cannabis dispensary. What makes you not, or do you just want to stay away from, like, the psychedelics and all that?
Not really. I used to smoke a lot, actually. In school, I smoked a lot. I stopped after a while because I kind of ventured off into some other things, trying to get a little more high. And it got out of control. So I just decided to stop doing everything. And I tried to smoke again, but it just wasn't the same because my tolerance wasn't there. And I got anxiety real bad. So when I smoke, I get really anxious and I get paranoid. So I just choose not to smoke. And I don't want to build the tolerance because I don't want to have to go through all that. So I just don't smoke. The dispensary is actually my people's dispensary. So I was just kind of doing a little promoting for them to help them out. So
okay, cool. So what do you do to, like, de-stress since you're having to do music and go on tours now and promote yourself, because that can be a lot on a person?
Yeah, really, I don't do much. I just do my music. Like, if I have anything that I need to say, I'll do it in a song. And if it gets released, it gets released. If not, it's just something for me to put it out there and just kind of release the stress. But, other than that, I just be home, chilling with my daughter. And that helps a lot, just being around people that want to be around me. So
yeah, for sure. Do you plan of, like, moving out of Oklahoma and continuing music somewhere else?
It's a toss up because I know if I move out of Oklahoma, there's plenty of states that I can go and I can actually do more in. But it's hard because I got all my family here. And I've always had my family. I'm real family orientated, so it's hard to be able to move away from all them and not be able to see my nephews and my niece and my mom and my pops and my brothers. So it's in the air.
Right. So you're very family oriented.
Yeah, for sure. It's up in the air. I'm still figuring it out. Maybe later on, whenever I got things kind of figured out a little bit better. But right now, not at the moment. No.
Gotcha. Well, that sounds good. Like, you're making really good moves for yourself and your brand. Sounds like it. And what date again was that next tour coming up?
26th.
The 26th. Go check them out live. How many songs do you perform?
Usually we do 3 because I take my little brother with me, and I do one of my own. We do a joint song, and then he does one of his own. But we're actually doing 2 different sets, so I'll probably be doing anywhere from 3 to 4. Okay.
Does he be rapping too?
Yeah. He started a while after me, but he took off with it. He's actually real nice with it. So, okay, cool. Juice Man. A lot of his songs are under Chris the Juice Man, but he goes by Juice Man now. So, y'all need to check him out too.
That's what's up. Definitely go check him out. Support your local rappers, artists. We definitely try to push that here at Aesthetically Cannabis. So for the music you do have out, it's for sure on Apple Music, YouTube.
Some of them are, some of them aren't. Most of like the higher viewed ones are on there. Some of the other ones, like the older ones, ain't. Everything that's more recent should be on there, but if it ain't, it'll be on there here pretty soon. I just got to get everything distributed correctly. So it's hard because you have to have it to a certain spec. Like the picture, your artwork has to be a certain size for them. Everything has to be perfect for the distributor. Because if they don't get it correctly, then they can't send it out, and the other, like Spotify, Apple, they won't accept it. So it has to be specific.
So is it kind of like podcasting when you go through like a certain, let's say, website and they distribute it to these different platforms?
Yeah. So I go through DistroKid. A lot of people that I know do. Some of them go through United Masters. There's a few other distributors, but I go through DistroKid because I felt like they were hitting wherever I wanted to go. And I've known a lot of other people that use them.
So you're on Spotify too? Are you on Pandora?
Yeah, I'm on everything. You can find my music on Snapchat, on TikTok, everything.
They just got to type in BigHomie?
BigHomie, whatever song you're looking for, because there's a few different BigHomies out there. And then a lot of them spell it different. Some of them have a space. I don't have a space. It's capital B, capital H, no space. So if you're looking for a specific song, just put BigHomie, whatever the name of that song is, and it should pop up.
Gotcha. So is that your own merch?
Nah, this is actually something I made a couple years ago. I just wanted something that I could take whenever I do like interviews or something, just so they know, this is what it is. This year and next year, we already got booked out from March to October next year. So I got some dates that I can move around, some spots in between and outside of that. But other than that, like we have at least 1 to 2 shows every month.
Okay. Are you going to be releasing more music videos?
Definitely. We're working on 2 right now.
2, okay. Yeah, you're pretty busy with your music.
Yeah, I try to stay on top of it because if I don't, then it just kind of falls off. That was my issue in the beginning. I wasn't really as consistent. And it was hard to be consistent because I was just trying to live my life being young and being dumb. So after I kind of figured it out, I stayed on the gas and I just kept going with it.
Yeah. Let them know, how long have you been making music?
I've been writing and rapping since I was 13. I started recording at 16, and then I started taking it serious like 19, 20. So it's been a while, but right now I feel like it's the best I've done. Like all my work that I'm doing is consistent. It's getting better, and it's just out there more than it used to be, like way more, because the quality, like I said earlier, the quality wasn't there. The visual quality was cool because I already knew like directors and everything, but the music quality wasn't always there. But now the quality in the music is there, the quality in the videos is better, and just leveling up.
Yeah, seeing your music videos and listening to the audio quality compared like to other local rappers is definitely up there compared to the other ones.
Yeah, and I've always told everybody that hits me up, if their quality isn't good, invest in yourself. Invest, even if you don't know how to do it, find somebody that does. Invest in finding somebody who can engineer it correctly. Find somebody who can do your video correctly, because it's as much as you feel like people aren't looking at that, people are looking at that. They're seeing what you're doing, and if your quality isn't there and they don't want to listen to it because it's distorted, they're not going to listen to it. As hard as the song is, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, definitely. Even like with YouTube, with even podcasting, like they're not gonna listen to you if you don't have a good mic. Like invest in that mic. That's the main important part. Even if you have like not the best quality camera, but definitely invest in the mic because your voice is selling what you're talking about, anyways.
Exactly. Yeah, it's something to invest in for sure. Because even if you're doing it at home, you can learn a lot of stuff off YouTube now. So I'm just going to school because I wanted to learn it exactly how it should be. Because I got a bunch of homeboys that do engineering and videos, and they learned it off of YouTube, and they do good work. But I just wanted to learn it a different way.
So how much more school do you have until you complete it?
2024 is my graduation date.
It's not that far.
Nah, it ain't. It really ain't, because we're halfway through the year. It just feels like it's forever, especially because all the work I do, like, it gets stressful having to do all the work, and I hated school. I hated high school. Like, I was ready to drop out, but I ended up finishing, and I never wanted to go back to school. And last year, I just made the decision. I was like, I think I'm going to go back. So I want to learn how to do this. If I can get if I can get my degree in it, then it'll make me that much more professional. People will see that and they'll be like, all right, well then I'm gonna go to him. You know, all these other people are cool. This is my people, but he knows what he's doing for sure. And like I said, you know, I want to be able to do the audio production, was the engineering, making everything sound cool. I want to do the beats. I have my degree in that, and then videography, learn how to do all that. If I can get my degree in everything, everything will be legit. And then my homies and everybody that's in the label don't have to go. Yeah. I can show them, be like, look, bro, this is what you need to do. This is how it is. Boom, boom, boom. They might not have the certificate, but they were taught by somebody that does. Yeah. So it's legit without a paper.
Yeah, even business-wise, that's good. It's all in-house, basically. Yeah. Less money spending out, keeping it in, and you know what you want, basically.
And that's another thing. You want the quality, but you don't want to pay for the work. If you don't want to pay for the work, invest in yourself. That way you don't have to. If you don't want to spend that money and outsource, do it yourself, but learn it correctly. Don't do it in a way that's going to be not up to par. You want it to be as crispy as possible. So invest in yourself if you want to do it on your own and not have to pay somebody else to do it.
Yeah, definitely. It's the same with any business. In the cannabis, you can see it. In the beauty and everything, because I'm in it. Definitely, you're going to have to invest a lot on the education and the quality of stuff if you want that money to come in, especially at top dollar money.
Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. Figure out the best way to do it, but always make sure it's at the level that you know it needs to be.
Yeah.
That's how you're going to get the most money out of it.
Yeah. Well, that's good that you're going to school and everything and learning. Like, it's kind of surprising. Not because it's you, but like in general, like somebody that's that motivated to like learn all that. So I haven't like really met somebody like that in the music industry that's just wanting to learn. Do you mind telling us more about your label? Like what's the name of it and everything?
Lethal Injection Entertainment. So I started it last year. Before that, it was 4GM, but we don't really speak on that label no more. It's non-existent. It's nowhere. But yeah, right now it's Lethal Injection. So basically, I'm the head. I got another homeboy. His name is Leo. Right now, he's kind of in between everything. So he's inside of it, but he's really taking care of family business.
Is that an artist?
Yeah, he's one of the coldest. He's got the lyrics. He's got punchlines. He's hard. And I didn't even know he was rapping. Whenever I was in school, I worked at Mathis Brothers, and he was there, and he was freestyling, and I thought he was rapping a song. I was like, man, what song is that? He's like, it's not a song. I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, that's me. I freestyled it. I was like, no way. So he started freestyling again. I was like, all right, bet. So we started doing music after that. So it's me, him, and my brother. We're really just trying to build it up and do everything like I said. So
are they helping produce stuff too, or just focusing on like rapping?
They're focusing on rapping more than anything. Since I'm the one going to school, I told them, I was like, look, I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to get the blueprint, and I'm going to put it on the table, and I'm going to show y'all everything, and then let y'all take off with it. So right now, it's really just me learning all that. And it's crazy because the school sends you everything. They sent me like basically a whole studio, just so I can have it at the crib and do all my work and everything. They'll send you a laptop, iPad, new mic stand, speakers, everything. So really they want you to have everything so you know what you're doing and how to use it and everything. So I got all the software. So really that's why I'm recording at my house right now, because I got everything there. I got to utilize it and, learn more. Whatever they're teaching me, I'm just practicing and doing it as I go. It's, yeah, I guess it would be, I think it's 2.5 years. Okay. So it's really supposed to be like 4, but they kind of compact everything and you do one course a month. So I'm doing one class for 4 weeks and then they switch to another one and another one. Right now I'm in math and I hate it because I hate math. I'm not good at math at all. It's one of my worst subjects when I was in school, but a lot of the stuff they're doing right now I already knew, so it's cool for now.
Yeah, is this a program based out here in Oklahoma, or are you doing it online?
It's online. It's actually in Florida. Okay. It's called Full Sail University. Okay. So a lot of, I can't say mainstream because not everybody knows who they are, but a lot of known people inside the industry have gone there and they do a lot of stuff. So that's actually where the guy that directs my videos, he went there to do his engineering and everything. So.
Is that who like kind of guided you like to choose that program?
Not really. I had heard about it before and I looked into it and I was going to go, but I had some things that were going on that stopped me from going. And they called me last year and they're like, hey, we seen you was interested. Are you still interested? And I'm like, I was like, go ahead and tell me about it. And I did everything they needed me to do. And they're like, all right, you got accepted, whatever. So I was like, all right, cool. Might as well go ahead and do it. It's got to be a sign because they didn't just call me on the random. So yeah. I just took it as a sign and ran with it.
That's cool. So you're from the south side of OKC. What side of the south side are you from?
Southwest. And raised on the Southwest. I grew up on 30th and Miller. That's my most recent memory. Before that, I don't really remember. But 30th and Miller is where I grew up for the longest.
Is your like folks from here?
Nah, my mom's from Mexico and my pops is from Texas.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're from out of here. And then my oldest brother was born in Texas. And then they came here. And then my second oldest, me and my youngest, are from here.
Okay, cool. What part of Mexico is your mom from?
She's from Guanajuato.
Okay, so central.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. And your dad's like a Texas Chicano?
Yeah. He's from it's a little town. They're like population of 1,000 something. It's called Olton. It's by Plainview. I don't know if you know where. That's a little small town too. So
no.
They're down there. They're around there. You got to really look them up to know where it's at. But yeah, he's from Olton. My mom's from Mexico, and then they came down here. So a lot of like my dad's family's here. My mom's family is more in Mexico and in Minnesota.
Okay, that's cool. Do you feel like Texas is like a second home to you?
Kinda, yeah. I mean, more when I was younger because we'd always go up there. But whenever I started getting older, like we wasn't over there too much. But if I go over there, yeah, it's like that's my family. So wherever my family's at, even if it's not my immediate family, that's always home. So Minnesota, Texas, and I ain't been to Mexico. I want to go, but I want to be able to take my mom's.
Do you know Spanish?
Not really. Like. Kind of, sort of. I know more now than I used to, but for the most part, nah.
Have you released any songs in Spanish? Or you don't care to?
It's not that I don't care to. It's that I want to be able to do it correctly. I want to be fluent enough to where they're like, okay, he speaks Spanish. Like, that's his first language.
Do you listen to, like, any Mexican rap?
No, not really. I'm not really too into it because I don't understand it all.
So you don't understand Spanish?
I understand it more than I can speak it, but not fully.
Okay.
Like, I can understand most of it. If you're having a conversation with me, I can understand most of it. But in music, it's a little different for me because there's way more than just the whole conversation. So I don't listen to too much music in different languages in general. But, I mean, I will. But if like, it sounds cool or whatever, it'll catch my attention, I'll listen to it. But if you ask me what it says, I probably won't know.
So what kind of, like, rap music did you grow up on, or what kind of music in general?
I grew up really on Texas rap, some underground, like SPM, Wangati, all them. I grew up on a lot of that. And then as I got a little bit older, I kind of went into my own 90s era, a little bit of 80s, not too much. A lot of, like, everything that most people were listening to, I was listening to it. But a lot of it was, like, underground Texas and stuff like that.
Just rap?
Yeah, that's like mostly I was listening to rap. My pops like country, so we'd listen to it every now and then. And my mom was always banging her Mexican music, so we'd listen to Mexican music. But for the most part, rap. But now I'm just I'm more like out there. Like I listen to a little bit of everything now just because I feel like if you're in the music industry, you can't just stick to one thing. Because if you know, like, sampling and everything, these artists are sampling music that isn't rap. Like they'll sample jazz music, they'll sample blues, they'll sample whatever. So you really got to listen to everything to kind of catch different vibes and listen to different things so you can kind of get your ideas. And if you want to do beats and everything, it's real good to do all that. Listen to everything so you kind of figure all that out.
Have you done any sampling on your own songs?
I've bought out like from different producers that do sampling. So like in my mixtape, I did a lot of it was remixes. But in the album, I have, I want to say it's TLC No Scrubs. I have a song that's sampled off of that one. I have, man, And I'm trying to remember which ones are sampled. There's a few of them that are sampled. So I have done it. I just haven't done it on my own. I just outsourced for some of my beats that I have that are sampled.
Okay. And what kind of rap style would you consider yours?
I'm not for sure on that because it's like right now I feel like it's more like old school 90s like California Chicano rap style. But in general, I wouldn't know how to place it because I've kind of like had different styles over the time, but I feel like this is my best style and this is what fits me most. Yeah. It's like I've had my mixtape was more to introduce people to me. Like at that time I was kind of in a little dark place, so a lot of it was more deep and personal and all that other stuff. Some of it wasn't, but for the most part it was. And then the album is more me already kind of out of that, doing what I do, being me, and it wasn't really too much of what I'm doing now, but most of it was. But now it's like I feel like I did a whole 360 and everything that I'm doing that nobody's heard is going to come. I think it's going to come a lot harder than a lot of people think it's going to come because they don't understand what I'm doing with it just yet. They're going to figure it out, but I feel like it's the best that I've been doing.
Are we having to expect that in a couple months or probably a year out?
I want to do it this year, at least this year. And it's, let me think, because I might actually drop something. If not this month, next month. I need to build this last track that I done. What I do is whenever I drop any song that I do, I try to get it to at least 1K. Mm-hmm. That way it's building off of that, and then whatever comes next, I do the same thing. I don't want it to be in the hundreds. Sometimes, it's just like that. Sometimes the promoting doesn't go how it should, and it happens. And no matter what you do, it's gonna happen. But I try to get it kind of up there, so I'm going to try and do that one with this one. And I ain't been promoting it like I should. I kind of slack on that, and that's where I need a little bit of work on it. But I'm going to get that one up there, and then I'll probably drop this next one. And that's actually going to be with the feature from this dude from Cali. His name is Money. And he's up and coming over there, but he's got some dope-ass music. So I'm probably going to release that. If I don't do that one, then I'll probably release this song that I got with these dudes from Texas. They're called the High Rollers. Okay. So if I don't do one of those, then I'll figure it out. I got a lot of stuff that I got kept away, so I can release whatever I want, but I really just want to do one of these features right now.
Okay, that's good. Have you had any like crazy like performance stories you want to tell us?
Nah, I mean, for the most part, it's been kind of chill. A lot of anything that's ever happened has been like off stage or behind the scenes. Like, there's been a few occasions where people get wild, but the security either keeps it under wrap or it gets situated before anybody goes and does something crazy. But there was actually a show that I did not that far back. I left before everything started getting crazy, and I didn't even know it was gonna get wild. My brothers was there, and they're like, "Hey, let's go play pool," before they shut down. I was like, "All right, bet, whatever." And I think maybe like 30 minutes after that, somebody had comments like, "Hey, them fools started getting wild over there. They was gang banging hard, like this, and that." I was like, "Oh," I was like, "All right, well, let's make sure all the people that I know is cool," and then everybody was fine. So it just got a little out of hand. There was a few different sets there that wasn't feeling the vibe. So it gets like that, but it ain't nothing new. It's just part of everything, I guess. Well, I guess not to everybody, but I kind of grew up around it, so it's normal.
Kind of chaotic.
Yeah.
So I know you've been making music since you were younger, but like, did you always had it in mind, like, I'm gonna be a rapper?
I did, but I feel like everybody did. Like at the time, everybody wanted to rap. Everybody was trying to be a rapper just because they wanted to be. So at the time I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna rap, but I never like really believed it. I never really got into it until I got like my first little studio set up. Then I was like, all right, bet this is it. Like I'm really gonna do this. So as I was younger, I didn't really believe it, but now it's like you can see it. I can see everything now. It's just like cool, we good.
Where were you when you first got in the studio, or like even in like a home studio?
First time I was 16. It was my own home studio. So when I started recording, it wasn't my own house. I was recording in my closet, and I had my laptop, I had my mic and everything, And I had a homie that knew what he was doing, so he set it up for me, and I would just record. And I was trying to learn it all on my own. So from 16 to maybe like 18, I was doing that at my house, and then my computer crashed, and I lost like a bunch of shit. So I ended up outsourcing with the homie. He doesn't even live in the state no more, but I was over there. It's called the Music Box. I want to say it's the Music Box. It's on the north side. It's on this side. But he moved, so I stopped going over there, and then I was outsourcing with the homie Jose Blanco, and then he stopped. So I was like, damn, I got to outsource it to the other homie that does my videos. And then I started going to school, and I got all my stuff. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to do it from the house now. I'm learning everything, so I might as well just learn and teach myself as I'm learning from the school.
Yeah, makes sense why you got to do it on your own, because, I mean, people also got to grow around you.
Yeah.
You're going to have to yourself, too. I just want to say thank you for coming out and, you know, recording an episode with us, letting us know more about your music, more about yourself. And remember, go check out his tour the end of this month. If you don't mind, let him know again where that's going to be and what date.
We're doing a show here in the city at Port Liquid Lounge on the 26th. I'll be there. My little brother will be there. A lot of dope artists. The vibes is always cool up there. So, you know, pull up. We got more dates in the city. We got some out the city if y'all out the city. Out of state if you're out the state. We're just working. So just, you know, pay attention, and we'll show y'all what's up.
What's the best social media to follow you to keep updated on these tour dates and this music?
You can follow me, or let me think. I want to say Instagram, but I ain't too active on there. So Facebook, my personal Facebook's Angel BigHomie Flores, or you can add me on Snap. It's Big24Homie, and I'm pretty consistent on those. So if you want to check me out and see the dates that I'm posting, they're there. So
All right, well, thank you again.
I appreciate you for having me.